Hey everyone!
Hi, welcome.
Welcome to Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
and me, Banshee. We were both just talking about how dirty our glasses are.
Is anyone out there?
I meant to clean them before we started.
I realized it as I ran the intro and I said, can I run over and grab my little cloth to wipe them off in 30 seconds? And I realized, no, can't do it.
I see somebody's congratulating Aaliyah. What did she say? You passed! You passed the midterms! Woo!
Congratulations, Aaliyah.
Way
Awesome.
to go! We like being right in an instance like that.
It's so nice to see you all. And yes, it is a rare treat, esoterics, to see you here. Hello. So that's great. And of course, we have just some minor announcements here. Like, don't forget tomorrow, my Oberon's Outlook on the Emotional Exchanges will deploy at 10 a.m. And then on Sunday, Banshee's Material Matters, and that's the one where we hang out in the chat room and talk to you. That's Sunday mornings, 10 o'clock. Both times are Eastern Standard Time. We just released our monthly modality message, which is our monthly astrological reading through tarot, and it has a slight twist because it gives a little more information, we think, than others. But also, too, we will be very interested in seeing some of you guys maybe on Saturday.
Pop-up live stream!
Our pop-up live stream on Saturday, which is a past life reading. We're going to be here from 11 to 12:30. First come, first serve, and we're going to have to move quick on this one because it's popular.
The Sunman has arrived.
When we call you, you got to be there or else we're going to move on quickly.
Yeah, because these readings are a little more involved. I mean, it takes... there's only so much information we can give to be fair to everybody who comes and wants a reading. But we're going to throw a couple tarot along with the card we pull from the Awakening Fire Memory deck. And there's 5 cards because there's 5 aspects to a past life the Awakening Fire Memory covers. So I think you'll find that if you haven't seen us use this deck, it's really fun. And interesting. And hey, it's about a past life. It's about how you died in a past life, for example, not how you're going to die in your present life. So no worries. What's done is done. What's past is past, right? But anyway, I'm hoping everybody will take it in great fun and spirit. It'll be a hoot, I guarantee you. And did we have something else to announce? Well, we did a reading for our first reading this week from our paid service. We've got another one lined up and possibly a third one in the works. We're really excited.
Ooh. Yeah, we're going to retire now. No,
well,
we're not.
yeah,
No, we're not.
I will be.
Well, that too.
Yeah. So it's been kind of a crazy day.
Mercury retrograde.
Oh my gosh. Yes. And I don't know if anybody else has been having all the technology problems we've been having, but it's been crazy. And not just, on my work computer too. It's been nuts. It was so slow today. It was ridiculous. Well, but here we are. And I am pulling a card for the collective in the spirit of Halloween, and Sonny won't let me show it.
No, he won't, so we'll try to get it in there, but isn't that hilarious?
It's my Colette Baron Reed Postcards from Spirit deck, and it's basically like we're getting a message from the spirit world. And with the veil growing thin around Halloween, hey.
Sonny approves.
You were called back to work, Anthony? That's awesome. Oh my gosh. Good. That's awesome, too. Glad to hear that.
Good. Thank you so much. We have been getting some kudos lately, and it just thrills our hearts. We love telling you stuff that works out, and we hope we help you.
All right. So
thank you, Sonny, for leaving.
I'm going to let you pull the magical postcard from Spirit, Mr.
A magical postcard.
Well, sort of.
Okay,
right.
well, we have...
let me read it with the better eyes. It's, oh, God. It's Hidden Treasures, the postcard says. And and these cards are very cool. They're made to look like a postcard from Spirit. Turn it around. Let me do this. They make it look very ethereal, like it's a message from beyond.
But it's a whole little thing.
And this is the message for the collective. Dearest you, since you're on Earth, you understand how buildings are built. Yes, a good solid foundation, and yet flexibility too, in case of earthquakes. Truth be told, you can't offer something sustainable unless it is built from a solid base, whether it is an idea that takes form one step at a time or an actual house that needs a sturdy foundation, dug, poured, and built.
Whoops.
We want to remind you of this because you might need a little encouragement to see this is true in your life at this time. Celebrate the fact that right now you can repair the cracks in the foundation of your life effortlessly, as well as do a general site check to ensure your hard work is being well supported. Do this and know you are building your life on a perfect, sound foundation that will allow you to welcome the many miracles waiting to come to visit. We're so happy for you and so intrigued by what you're building. So what is everybody building? And whatever it is, make sure it's built on a sturdy foundation.
All right, thank you for that, Banshee. And I'm
Great.
going to explain which decks I'm using because we're in the Halloween season now.
Gotcha, Kim.
I'm going to use the Vampire Tarot. That's the back. And that's the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, it's a little bloody. And then I'm also going to use the Old English Magic Tarot. And that's the Queen of Swords from that deck. Or it's called the English Magic Tarot. I'm sorry. And then from a former colleague of mine who's been gone for a number of years now, Ellen Cannon Reed, a member of the Covenant of the Goddess, her Witch's Tarot, which is really more of a Wiccan tarot, that's the King of Wands from that card.
Ooh, very nice. Just want to acknowledge Patton. Hey, Patton. Well,
Hi,
welcome.
Patton.
I know you're just stopping in because it's late there, and thanks for doing that. You know, you're always welcome to just come in and say hi and chat for a bit.
And to Kim and Patton and others, I think it's a real kick when you just want to come and hang out for a little bit and watch us.
Watch us.
That's great. Thank you so much. We appreciate that.
Well, for that, I think they deserve a spin of the skull.
Oh.
Keep your plans secret for now.
I hope you guys heard that.
All right.
Keep your plans secret for now. That's very awesome. Okay,
So
I'm
what
gonna
decks do you have?
What decks do I have indeed? Well, we have the Edgar Allan Poe Tarot. I'm trying to find a brighter card in it to show. There's the Four of Pentacles.
Lovely card.
Eugene Smith created that. Rose Wright is the deck author, the book author. And then we have the Whimsical Halloween Tarot by Kipling West. Here is the 10 of Imps in that deck. Imps being what, Mr. O?
The imps are fire. Wands.
Yep. Just testing. And
You remind me of a song, Patton. It's a song by John Anderson, the singer from Yes. It's called Everybody Loves You, but I Just Love You a Little Bit More.
Aww.
Aw.
Yes is one of our favorite bands, British band, and prog rock. Okay, and of course I brought back the Nightmare Before Christmas Tarot. Abigail Larson is the amazing illustrator
Yeah,
on
this
this
is
deck.
such a cool deck.
And Minerva Siegel wrote the booklet that comes with it,
That's the Eight of Presents, which are
pentacles.
And our friend is back.
And our friend is back. And finally, because I can't stop bringing out the decks, it's the Everyday Witch Tarot by, okay, I'm going to get this right, Elizabeth Alba. Whimsical Art of Elizabeth Alba. And Deborah Blake did the book.
And that's the Nine of Cups from that deck.
Yes. And I'm using the Whimsical, once again, the Halloween Tarot, which from that deck I'll just pull out one at random. Oh dear, it's the Dagger, which in a traditional Lenormand is the cross card.
Ah, very cool.
All right. Hey Kayla,
Hi, Kayla.
welcome. So I'm going to go over the list. We have a couple people watching. And we have a few people. So really, it's a short list tonight. So if any of you guys change your mind that can stay up, that's fine. Angel Mary is first on the list, and then Acel, Libra Cusp, Aaliyah, Anthony, Esoterics, Poetic Past, and then Kayla.
All right. So we're waiting on who? Who starts?
Angel Mary.
All right. So go ahead and type in your
Go
question.
ahead and type in your question. So we don't have a web page yet to put our price lists for the various readings we offer.
To make it easier to order.
I know. So it is on Facebook and Twitter, pinned to our page.
Or write us at Gmail.
Yeah, we can fill you in.
And all that information is usually on this site here.
And what I wanted to say was that, we're getting there. Once I retire, there'll be more time to spend on this and more product selections, you name it. But there will be some things coming out after November 15th. Once we get through our Wheel of the Year readings, we'll be offering other yearly readings, calendar year readings, and a couple other things.
Will there be more deployments?
Yes, I guess there will, Mr. O.
Okay. Hi, Angel
Your
Mary.
life purpose. All right.
Which deck shall we use?
Shall we use which deck? The everyday which deck?
So today is a brief part of the warming up trend here in the Metro Detroit area. It had been cooler and rainier.
Blink and you miss it. We were supposed to get up past 60 today, but we didn't even make it to 60.
It was pleasant enough, though. It wasn't as cool as it was the day or two before.
And tomorrow it's supposed to get up past 70. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
This is Michigan. Shuffle, Mr. O.
Alrighty. Guess I should flick the camera back down there. There we go. Radiant Sun Man sitting there.
Taking up the space, but we've got shuffling room now.
Right, he's actually in 2 camera views and we're only in 1. I'm jealous.
He knows how to steal a scene.
His tail can steal a scene. What is the life purpose? Gonna cut him this way, Banch.
Yep, I gotcha.
All right. Please don't knock over the camera, Sun Man.
Well, okay, the first card is the Seven of Wands.
The 7 of Wands.
The second card is the Tower.
The Tower.
The third card is the Queen of Swords.
The Queen of Swords.
Wow.
Well, it sounds like you're going to be a warrior of some sort.
Yeah,
and
your
end
life.
up making peace.
Yeah, I focus there first and foremost. I know I like the Queen of Wands, Swords. I'm sorry, and we'll get to that. But let's focus on that Seven of Wands and the Tower. Because don't you they really all fit together in a way.
They all fit together, but those two definitely have their own connection.
It seems, Angel Mary, your life purpose revolves around, I'm not going to say crisis management, but it almost seems like that in a way.
Bringing order back to a torn situation.
Yeah, bringing order out of chaos or destruction is just pulling pieces back together and always coming out on top.
You're trying to stay above the competition or above what is against the project.
Well,
and
I'll say that, but I almost think it means to me that you want to elevate yourself above, the destructive forces. In other words, you want to be a light that stands tall above things that would normally bring other people down to their knees.
And that means basically you have to work hard at being in charge and establishing order, being the person that can make the decisions. So on a practical level, this could mean that maybe you're going to be involved in some aspect of law or some aspect of administration.
Social justice.
Social justice.
It
kind
could
of
just
plays with
even
those
be
to me.
on a more, how should I say this, maybe on a less professional level, but a more social level. You know, you fight for the causes of people who are downtrodden. I could almost see that in a way. You stand up for those who cannot stand up for themselves. You know, you have a lot of power here in this regard, according to what I'm seeing.
So let's do the Lenormand.
Yeah, well, do you have anything to add to that? Well, let's see what the Lenormand
I
asks.
feel it's a heady thing here because I feel that that card framed by the other two cards suggests that this is sort of the beginning of the deal. You decide you have to rise up, you have to take charge. This is the end of the deal. You've achieved that, and what it is what we saw there. That basically you're tackling the things that need to be tackled, the situations that maybe some people need to learn from. You're helping people learn things about what is a problem.
Hi, Champagne. Welcome to the show.
Hi.
I'll add you to the list.
It is.
Okay. And let's get the Lenormand out. And I might recap that just a little more for you, Angel. Just let me get through this. Oopsie.
You are welcome, Champagne. So we have the ball and chain, which is the
Anchor. Very good. You're getting the hang of that because that comes up quite a bit. And then the spooky tree.
Which is the tree.
Which is the tree in the Lenormand. So that's really interesting to me. I wonder if there isn't some kind of a healthcare aspect or component to this. You know, whether it's physical, mental, emotional health. It seems like this could be a path that really you stick with. So in other words, maybe some of this is related to that. You know, you help people find balance, find their stability, you know, physically and mentally, emotionally, maybe through some very hard times.
Right, and I don't remember if you told us. I know a few people have told us about some of the things they do on their own, you know, and I was picking up like a healthcare vibe too now with that stuff being said. So I don't know if that's an area you might want to pursue. Maybe, remember I was talking about administration. I know that a lot of people try to get into healthcare administration because there are so many problems with the delivery and you know the way healthcare is done. They want to make a change.
This has so many ways it could play out, Angel Mary. It could be a life coach. It could be, you know, somebody who's a fitness instructor. I mean, you could take this on a lot of different levels.
I think it's just important to say again, it just says that really this is something that really kind of holds you there. You're it's not like the anchor to me. It's more like saying this is a place you want to be. This is where you want to sit down those roots at. Whatever that is, like Banshee says, maybe it's a life coach, maybe it's something in legal, like I said, advocate or something like that.
I feel as though you are going to help people maintain a higher ground for themselves or find a higher purpose.
There you go.
And in the process, I believe that's what it does for you as well. So I think this is really positive at any rate. It looks really positive. So wish you success with that. And I see that Gina has made it.
Hi, Gina.
Yeah, this cat, Champagne, is the one that always shows up on our stream. We have two others, and one comes here more than the other. But this one, when the camera goes, this one usually is not too far behind.
So that's what we have, Angel Mary, and we thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome, Angel Mary. Good luck, good luck, good luck. And we are on, I'll go over the list again. We're on a cell.
And I see the question.
A cell, you are up, and then Libra Cusp, Aaliyah, Anthony, Esoterics, Poetic Past, Kimbobulated.
And
Oh, wait,
you're
no,
welcome,
Kim
Angel
said
Mary.
no, that's right. Kayla, and Champagne and Gina.
Alrighty.
And like I said, if either of you or Patton want a reading, Kim, just let us know. Hey, I want to say something. You know you made it in your little small business when you start getting junk mail pens with your company name on it. I would put it on here, Mr. O, except they
Oh,
put
that's
our
right.
city on it. And
No one must
sorry.
ever know I have a real name.
But it does say TFT Tarot for Today, LLC. So,
Everyone is beautiful, Angel. That's what I think. All of us are beautiful people. But
Okay,
thank
so
you.
it's Soul's question?
Yes.
Where?
What messages do the guides have for them?
Oh, I
this
see
year?
it. Okay.
So let's switch to one of my
Yeah,
cards,
go
and
right
we're going to
ahead.
use. I've been dying to use this for a long time. The Witch's Tarot. Very pleasant card.
Gina, I love the Aerosmith link. Thank you.
Yeah, that was fun. It
Just
was
what
like
I needed.
almost. She was playing in the background while I was setting up, and it was almost like I'd never heard them before. It was so radical to hear that. You know,
So, well, it's been a while since I've heard
it
that
has been a
song,
while. That's for
actually.
sure. This deck formulated.
Mr. O, a tie and a beret. So chic.
Anything for you, my dear.
That's
Please shuffle.
okay.
I was thinking of Bowie today, the Aladdin Sane album, which I love the title cut, Aladdin Sane. But also, there's a cut, I don't know if it's the opener, Watch That Man. He looks like a jerk, but he could eat you with a fork and spoon. And Banshee says, huh?
Well,
Yeah, it's been a long time.
I am all over the map musically these days, and I have to say I've kind of fallen into a pop music trap because, well, they're so singable sometimes, and I just want to sing and get my mind off of stuff. So I end up doing that. The last few days I've actually been dancing around a Post Malone song. Circles.
You gonna keep
So,
shuffling?
what?
Nothing.
Did I have to share that, did you say?
Kind of like that.
Well, I did. I did. So it's out there.
Okay, what messages?
Guess who used to do lighting for the Glass Spider Bowie tour?
Ooh, I took my sister to her first concert to the
Yeah,
Glass
that's right.
Spider Bowie
At the
tour.
Silver Dome, right?
Yes, Okay, Asal, what messages do your guides have for you? Well, you have a reversed Wheel of Fortune. You have the upright Queen of Swords. And
So
then,
that came up again. The Queen of Swords.
and then you also have the upright Queen of Pentacles.
Interesting.
So this is a lot of female seeming energy, perhaps.
So,
Not always means that it is that person, but the energies are strongly emblematic of women who are strong, women who know how to lead and or make choices, women who know how to be very productive.
yeah, and so we have the Wheel of Fortune reversed. And so what this is telling me, what your guides want you to know is that, or what your message is for this year, is that despite, bad turn of events, you seem very capable of navigating, these ups and downs that the Wheel of Fortune sometimes brings us. For example, the Queen of Swords there, that is somebody who is just able to steer themselves logically through, the downturns and make the decisions that keep them afloat. And what's the other one?
The Queen of Pentacles.
Oh my gosh, and then the Queen of Pentacles, very earthy. This is somebody who knows how to balance their body and mind and also keep, track of the resources.
It's a known producer. It's somebody who
known
really
producer.
just knows how to get involved with a thing and make it flourish.
Make it
This would be a
work.
person who comes into a job and then suddenly is running most aspects in a short time. This is a person who just has strong judgment capabilities and also engenders trust in the people that need to place it in those decisions.
I feel too the Queen of Pentacles might also be indicating that you truly draw your strength from nature, and the earth.
Yep.
You're very grounded individual, and that's what you need. When the wheel is making those little nasty nosedives that it sometimes takes.
And maybe this could say that for a while, many of us are going to have kind of a different cycle going on. Our cycle is disrupted now. It may not feel exactly the same. This doesn't mean it's a bad cycle. It just means to me that things are different now. And as you move forward, you need to seize the opportunities of finding ways to be a leader and to make the right choices.
Yeah. It's really not a bad reading at all. But let's
Look for messages, I guess, is messages beyond our message.
Well, and we've noticed something lately, like with our cards of the day. The Wheel of Fortune has been coming in
Yeah.
a lot in our readings. And I think the last 2 weeks in a row, we've had it come up either reversed or upright. And I really think it's indicative of what we as a world is going through right now. There are some real highs and there are some real lows. And we have to navigate them, and it's showing here, Asal, a lot of balance, and a lot of strength. And definitely a lot of the feminine kind of strength, nurturing, caring, empathic kind of strength.
When she said balance too, I thought, well, the swords is the air element, the pentacles is the earth element, and they are really kind of mixed matched elements. Air goes more likely with fire, earth goes more likely with water. So this is kind of saying like this is a balancing of complementary energies too.
This is so funny. The ball and chain came up again. And I'm wondering about this too with the Lenormand. Lately in our readings, live streams, we've been getting it a lot. And I'll make a comment about that in a minute. But I have a feeling here, this is saying, Asal, is as much as you want to make some moves, and maybe this is also the message for the year, you want to make some moves or travel or change, you might kind of be stuck in place for now, and probably because of COVID. But, that maybe things are not going to be happening as quick as you would like.
Maybe what this is saying too is that these changes or this want to kind of get away, to move, and I think you've mentioned maybe you have come from another country, you've moved to another country, but maybe this is saying stay in place because these opportunities are going to come to you at this time because you stay in place, that if you move away, maybe those opportunities would shift or not exactly be there for you.
Yeah. So I got you on the list, Jenna, just letting you know.
Oh, hi, Jenna.
Welcome. So that's what we have for you, Asal. I hope some of that makes sense to you. That's really awesome. 2 queens.
Right.
And both upright. A nice reading. So now we're on Libra. Hey, Libra cusp, you are up. And then Aaliyah, Anthony, Esoterics, Poetic, Past, Kayla, Champagne, Gina, and Jenna.
All right, and we have Libra's question, what's coming towards you? And we'll switch to one of your decks.
You got it.
Alrighty. Hey, we're just moving along at a nice clip here, eh?
Yeah.
Much love to you, Asal. Thank you.
You as well, Asal. Well, as hard as things are getting, because now we are almost up to 2,000 cases a day here in Michigan of the coronavirus. We hit 1,800 today. We just got to keep doing the best we can. That's all we can do.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it happened to me again. I mentioned.
Hey, Jen, I'm with you on that.
I mentioned how at a place I used to work at that a former coworker got infected, and they had to close the place down because they were in close contact with a lot of people there. And now at my current place that I work at, my post-retirement part-time gig, somebody also quarantined. Apparently they turned out to be negative, but they had the situation where they had to quarantine. And that's what it is that we need to work better at this, or else we're going to be going in and out of this for a long time, longer than we need to be.
Fall is my worst allergy season, so...
Me too, Jenna. I get a horrible one usually in October. I sort of have passed it this year.
Well, not me. I'm in the thick of it.
But you know what I get. I get a pretty nasty one. It didn't seem to happen. Usually it's in early October, so I think I'm over the hump.
Well, we've just reached peak color now in our area of the state, so those leaves, they're going to be falling. And that's when it really does hit me the worst.
What's coming towards you? Let's find out. Okay, the Knight of Pumpkins, which is a Knight of Pentacles, that's reversed. Then we have the Five of Ghosts, and that's the Five of Cups. And that's upright.
And we got more pumpkins.
More pumpkins. We have the Seven of Pumpkins, which is the Seven of Pentacles, and that one's reversed. So what's coming towards you? Well, there is the coming or going of some monetary matters, perhaps. Maybe there's some things going on that will cause a loss of money that you weren't expecting. It doesn't look overly dramatic, but it looks like, or else just the need to have to spend money or to invest money. Money's coming, but mostly going is what it looks like. What do you think, Bansh?
It's a money matter. It may turn out negative because I'm looking at the Five of Cups upright as well. It's almost as if you're looking at something that you've lost. And this could, maybe it's not so much you lost money, but maybe it was an opportunity to make money or get more income or something. Some opportunity might have been lost to you and you're feeling a little bit of remorse over that.
And I would suggest an investment of some sort, that whether it's an investment in your happiness or an investment in the future, blah, 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 your children, whatever. But the idea that maybe there's still something that's retained there by you and you just haven't quite noticed it yet because you're looking more at other, things that are awry there. And then with that Seven of Pentacles, so reversed, it does seem to indicate that you want to kind of be unspurred by any of that and just say, well, oh well, despite loss, despite, this kind of shaky thing here, maybe you really want to focus on bringing it home.
Well, I think the Seven of Pentacles is telling me, Libra, that now is not the time to procrastinate. Now it's the time to, if you see this happening, take stock and keep moving. Keep moving. Don't let it stop you from doing what you need to do. But just take stock in it. And if there's something that you need to correct or fix, there's time to do so, So that's a positive thing there, I believe.
Blah, blah. We will add you to the reading.
We'll put you on the list.
And yeah, I take a lot of zinc for my allergy when I can, when I remember.
I don't have zinc.
It's in my
right
multivitamin, and I did find that when I was doing zinc regularly, it really does help. That may be part of the reason why I don't seem to have a problem this last year and this year, because I've been more consistent with my zinc and vitamins.
I saw that zinc thing you said there, and I'm like, it's one thing I don't
One more
have.
vitamin to swallow.
He's already saying, how many vitamins do you buy? We went to the store. And I take
elderberry gummy.
I do gummies. I have a lot of gummies. But I do take a powdered supplement that's a magnesium calcium supplement, Gina. I know on Twitter the conversation came up about magnesium. I've been doing that nightly and I really think it's helped me a lot.
All right, so we're finishing up with Libra with the Lenormand. Just keeping us on track, dearie.
We're fine.
And the Raven, which is the birds, right?
No,
it's the...
Look at the number.
The snake?
Number 17?
Yeah.
That's a stork.
The stork. I don't know numbers. I don't do
Darn,
numbers.
well, birds are number 12. I'm starting to memorize,
You're more than a number to me, Lenormand.
And then we have the haunted house.
Whoa! The
Well,
haunted
Libra, are
house.
you thinking of moving? This is an awfully interesting sign for that. Possibly
Oh, really?
making a move, a change of residence, or
Yeah.
maybe some major
Because of the
changes
stork being new, right?
in the home.
Mm-hmm. Or
So-
something who's coming into the home, maybe.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. You're asking what's coming at you, and I'm seeing that
Do you
somehow.
have a chance of starting a business or working from home that seems okay and possibly profitable?
They have an apple cider vinegar gummy. Oh, I'm going to get it.
Did you hear what I said? I'm
I
wondering if
did.
maybe it's an opportunity to work from home or have a home business of some sort.
Well, I'm not seeing that.
Okay.
I'm not seeing a business angle to that. So I know we have pumpkins, though, which is money. But remember, it looks like the money is a loss right now. So I wonder too if you're ready for this move financially. Maybe that's part of the problem is, you want to do something, you want to make this move or change, but maybe it's not the right time because financially it's not there yet.
Interesting.
That's how I would combine them all together.
Alrighty. Very
So
good.
I don't know if that's on your plate, Libra, but that's kind of what popped up there. But it could be something for the home as well.
And I see Divine has joined us.
Hey,
Hi,
Divine, you. Wow, we got a show tonight. Holy cow, everybody's here. I love it. All right,
CVS
Libra.
Pharmacy. Cool. So I hope that
Weevils.
helped, Libra. Thank you.
Okay, I will check that out because I got to go to CVS soon for a flu shot. So I will check that out. Aaliyah, you are up. And then we have Anthony, Esoterics, Poetic Past, Kayla, Champagne, Gina, Jenna, Blah, and Divine You.
All right. Oh, wow.
Wow. Well, I think we have to do a yes/no on that. Do you want to get one of yours?
Yeah, let's use one of my decks for that. I'm going to use the English Magic Tarot.
Okay. Pull out a deck for next time. I spent a lot of time explaining how we do the yes/no reading and why. I think we're going to try to do a short video on this just so everybody can, those that have tarot decks can try it on their own. I get really great results.
Yeah, it's a method that I've
With
literally
these yes,
used since
nos.
around 1976. And I find it to be really good. I modified it at one point to use as a gender predictor for my pregnant relatives, my cousins. That was how I did that. I kind of modified the yes or no, and I had about an 80% accuracy rate with my cousins, my sister-in-laws, my sister, things like that. I was able to 80% of the time predict the gender. I know it's only 50-50, but hey.
He had a really good track record.
Yeah, because that was like a track record of about 10 people.
And he
dozen
certainly
people.
predicted our son, which I was way off with the girl
He's like,
thing.
I think it's a girl. Like, it's a boy.
No, I had a dream that I had a
You had the
baby
dream, I
girl
remember that,
duck.
yeah.
And so I thought for sure that meant that I was going to have a baby girl.
Okay, so let's focus on that
Crazy
question.
pregnancy dreams. Yes, let me focus. Whoa. Slippery.
Yeah, they're a little slippery, that duck.
I know, I'm shuffling here anyway, even though we have the table, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he gave me some space, so I'm using it.
Do you want to count them?
I'll do it.
Count them up.
Well, it is leaning towards no, Aaliyah. We've got one Ace of Cups. It doesn't mean definite no, but it is leaning towards no. And
It could be used to sort of gauge, too, that they only slightly feel regret or not very much.
Just a minute. We have the Six of Swords and it's reversed.
Okay.
And there you go. And then we have the Page of Wands and it is upright.
Well, if you're thinking of contacting them about any of this, or if you are somewhat in contact, this sort of says to me that maybe there's going to be a staying in place with the situation.
Yeah, I'm almost reading those two together, like there is no movement on their part to communicate with you.
Right.
It seems like there's just none. Maybe for some, I mean, it's not saying that they don't regret it, but it's just that they're not thinking about it right now. They're not thinking about it.
Right. My feeling is there's a little bit of regret, but if it's been many years, maybe in some way there's just a kind of distancing factor. And I can relate to your question a lot because I'm not incredibly close to either of my siblings for a number of years. We're just kind of there when we need to be, but we don't really have much of a relationship. So I can understand that. So we're going to do a Lenormand just to see what else that might tell us.
One more. Okay, I've got the dark heart.
The dark heart.
And I've got the mice.
The mice. Nibbly little mice.
I feel like maybe they feel there's not... They don't feel like they have much... It's not that they don't have reason to contact you, but they almost feel like there's little there to fall back on. If that makes sense?
Well, I also wonder too if like maybe they feel like they're a little bit suspicious and they think like if you're in touch with them, then maybe you want something from them, or you want, even if it's just acknowledgement, hey, we're sisters, something like that. What?
Well, I'm also thinking that the heart with the mice means that they're feeling, that the love is lacking. The connection.
They can't find it within themselves. They don't feel the connection. That is a boom moment.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that too.
Unfortunately, because I don't feel good about telling you that, Aaliyah, but I have to call the cards like they see them. Like I see them. And whether it's true or not, remember, it's just a snapshot in time, but I'm feeling like they don't feel the connection right now.
Yeah. And it could just be, too, that to some degree their own lives have a certain level of desperation or need of its own to where they're just not really able to look out of that right now.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry for you.
Yeah, so sorry about that. At least for the moment, I wouldn't rule it out in the future. And it's possible they've got too much stuff going on in their lives right now to take the time out for that.
No kidding, yeah, because I get that because of the other things you've told us about your family and your connection with your father and his mom.
Oh, what a bummer. Sorry about that, Aaliyah. But I'm thinking it probably makes some sense to you in some way, huh? So hang in there, and sorry to be the bearer of bad news on that one for you. So Anthony, you are up, and after Anthony is Esoterics, Poetic Past, Kayla, Champagne, Gina, Jenna, Blah, and Divine You.
And Anthony, we're happy that worked out for you. Thank you very much for letting us know that.
Let's see what the cards say for the future with him. Okay.
Which deck shall we use?
I'm getting there.
All right.
Maybe I am. Did I use the Poe? I did.
I don't remember. Yeah, I guess you did, maybe.
I didn't use the Nightmare.
You're welcome, Aaliyah.
Hey, you're welcome, Aaliyah.
I can really relate a lot to what you're saying. I really can.
Oh, Kayla, you are on the list. Did I not mention you? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you are.
You are after Poetic Past. So let's see. There's Anthony, Esoterics, Poetic Past, and then Kayla, Champagne, Gina, Jenna, Blah, and Divine You. You're there, Kayla.
Alrighty. You are on the list. Do not worry. We are scattered, that is all. Our last few days have been incredibly busy. We've been throwing out videos and different readings and stuff like that. It's been hard for us to keep up with other people's readings, so I'm hoping to do some of that tomorrow. Friday usually is a better day for me to kind of go and check out other people's videos.
We're doing our first 16-card Halloween Wheel of the Year spread for someone. We're real excited about that.
Yeah.
I don't know if they want a video or an email reading yet, so we got to find that out, and then we're good to go. I'll give it to you, Mr. O. So let's see what we can find out about this date.
Dating in the era of COVID. Ooh.
hey, life goes on. And I give people credit for finding ways to work, creative ways to work around this virus. So, and I've seen some creative stuff out there. So, challenging times sometimes bring out the best
So are we
and the
doing
worst
this as a
in
yes or
things.
no or a general?
No, general.
Already.
I didn't know that was even, I
Well, it
just
sort
wants
of
to know.
frames that where is there a worthwhile romance on the horizon?
Well, let's see.
Let's see.
All right. We have the Six of Wands or the Six of Candles in this deck upright. Wow, these are sticky. We have the Four of Needles reversed, the Four of Swords. And then we have the Nine of Presents reversed. Well, it's a little mixed bag, but
It's a mixed bag, but it's
mostly
not bad.
darn good. I think there's definitely some potential here, Anthony. We have the Six of Wands, which is a victory of some sort. It's forward movement, something positive, something successful. And the four, I'm just going to read those two together. I'll let you
Okay.
chime in. And the Four of Needles reversed indicates to me that, like, it's almost as if you're coming alive again.
Well, I was going to say that obviously, of course, the Four of Swords really reverse really acts like that. But it also could be saying to me, too, that maybe either or both of you are coming from a period of isolation, too. It's not necessarily about renewed activity, though it clearly is in a way, but it's also about being isolated, being sort of separate. And with that Six of Wands, maybe that's just saying that for either of you, that is a revelation in a way, that there is, something on the horizon. Now, having said that, the Nine of Pentacles does present the idea that maybe there'll be a little bit of topsy-turviness around some aspects related to happiness that might be more about personal differences, what you can agree on. You may find that maybe there are just some things that aren't exactly in line, and that maybe that would come with getting to know each other more. But it may be
Exactly,
that you
Mr.
may
O.
not be exactly compatible, but there's something there, and that it could grow.
Well, I think there's something positive there and enlivening there. But as he said, the devil's in the details here, Anthony. You have to get to know each other, your different predilections, different habits. And you might find some things are a little bit, not gelling right away. But hey, opposites attract after all.
We were so opposite. If you knew us back then,
You
whoa!
knew us back then, back in the day. But the thing is that, and people can change and adapt. And I think there might be some issues in the process of that. So, don't give up because I think it's looking good. But, well,
Let's do
let's
that
see
Lenormand.
what the Lenormand has to say about this first.
It really seems like the forces are more urging it to move forward than not.
Yeah, that
Absolutely.
cherry. Oh, not cherry, it's six.
The 6 and that 4 there are sort of suggesting movement. Absolutely.
Forward movement, positive movement.
Even Sunman knows that, and he's asleep.
I don't know that he knows that.
I just have to say strange
I
things
know.
once in a while.
I know. We all read your cards of the day, Mr. O.
Oh, that's right. Yes, she's always telling me, boy, you're so obtuse with those cards of the day.
My favorite word to use for him is obtuse. But he has some very
Obtuse?
interesting perspective.
What?
All right.
All right.
Okay. These are like complete opposites here, so I'm going to have fun with this one. Yeah, we have the Grim Reaper.
Which is,
I have to look at that again. Which one? Oh, it's the Scythe.
yeah, it's the scythe. So
Oh, actually, they're not opposites. And the ball and chain.
are you thinking what
Why
I'm
did the
thinking?
ball and chain come up again? The anchor.
The ball and chain, and of course, for couples or possible couples, it has a whole nother meaning, but we're not going there because it doesn't. It's really the anchor. But isn't it kind of like maybe this is just describing in a way the opposite natures?
No, maybe.
No? Okay.
Maybe. But I think that
Stay in place, move quick.
Well, the scythe in this case is pointing at the ball and
Okay.
chain. So you know what I think this means, Anthony, is the status quo in your life is about to change. It's not necessarily telling
yeah.
me it's a bad change. In other words, if you feel like you've been stagnant, stifled, alone, I think that's about to change.
That's very interesting. I can't disagree with that.
Because it's like the scythe, his Grim Reaper scythe is cutting at the anchor there, cutting it away.
Yes. So be prepared for a sudden change, even.
Well,
a
could
quick
be,
change. I mean, it
because,
may move quicker
yes.
than you're thinking it would.
Yeah. So I'd say it's going somewhere.
Right.
It has the potential anyway.
Absolutely.
You know, like I said, this is only a snapshot in time, but it's looking kind of good. That's what we have for you.
Alrighty. Thank you for the question.
I know
Anthony.
the Grim Reaper, but in this deck it's actually just the scythe. So it's not the coffin card, it's not the cross card. It's just they use that analogy because the Grim Reaper has the the tool.
And it's a Halloween deck, so it's whimsical
Yeah.
in a way too. If I wanted to draw a connection between that scythe and the idea of the Grim Reaper, you know, a lot of times, like in the Dracula novel, they say death travels fast. The Sith does what it does fast, and
Yeah,
what it
and
usually
it's
does
cutting, and so
is cut away
sometimes
something.
that can be a violent negative action, but it depends on what card it's partnered with, and it's partnered with the anchor. And so what that means to me is your world of standing still and stability is about to be rocked. But I think it's rocked in a good way based on
Sounds
the
like
other
it
cards.
could be love.
So I'm thinking it's not a bad sign here, Anthony. I hope I'm right.
And that's what I wanted to really say a moment ago too, is that I really have to keep my eye on this one over here because she really teaches me a lot about Lenormand. I still have to learn it and really let it get into me, but you know, that was really insightful what you did there.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Oh, thank you, Champagne. I really appreciate it.
Thank
we
you, Champagne.
really appreciate hearing that. When we started this a year ago, I mean, we've always read cards, but we've read for people individually, but never as a team. But when we thought about doing this show, we thought we should combine our energies and do this. And it's been working great. So thank you for that.
Thank you. Alrighty.
That's what we have for you, Anthony. Good luck, good luck, good luck. Keep us posted.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Hey, Esoterics, you are up. And then we have Poetic Past, and then Kayla, Champagne, Gina, Jenna, Blah, and Divine You. And don't forget, everybody, to like the page. We really
Yes, please like our
appreciate that. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. You'll be notified when we go live.
We have a lot of other interesting content on our channel, other programs during the week, and occasional other extra videos, so check us out.
Yeah, we even have people coming to just watch us. Who would have thought?
Not us, right?
No. Oh, you're welcome, Anthony. Esoterics, I assume you're typing the question, so we'll wait.
I think we've been pretty good most of the evening. Just kind of rocked. What do you need to know?
Okay, that you need to know.
How do you want to do that? Did we use your deck or mine? We used yours.
We used mine.
Okay.
I think we did. Yes.
I'm going to use the English Tarot again.
Okay. I'm going to pull out my Halloween one again for next
Ah.
one.
The card that fell out a moment ago, if you notice that, ET, was the reversed Fool. And I'm just going to say the feeling I immediately got from that was, don't be afraid of taking chances. I say that in a metered way. Not every chance is one you may want to take, but you probably will know what that means.
Thank you.
Sun Man, people think you're beautiful tonight. You're radiant. Look at you. Look at you.
Aw.
You are my Sun Man. I wish you could roar right now.
You know, and the ironic thing, well, we should bring it up on our anniversary, but heck, I'll bring it up. Uh-oh, there's cards in here that aren't right.
Are you sure? I'm
Yep,
sorry. Oh,
I'm
dear.
positive.
Flip them over, flip them over. Do you
Uh,
need my help?
what happened here?
Uh,
You know.
is that one
You
okay?
you want to just thumb through real quick? I think I got them all. Sorry.
No, it was probably me that did it.
Um,
The Stunning Sun Man. Phasers on
well, the
Storm.
ironic thing is retiring this year. You know, me and Mr. O, we've talked about it before in our past that we met in a library. We worked together in a library. That's where we met. And we both left our jobs this year, but of course we've started this tarot venture, and now we have officially opened our business, so we're working together again.
Can you tell Blob where his turn is in a minute?
Oh, blah, I'm sorry. Hang on. One. After esoterics, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people in front of you still, blah. We will get to you. We still got a whole hour
Yeah,
here.
no problem. Yes, thanks, Sunny. Or Jenna, yes.
Okay, one more shuffle for good measure since I messed that up. All right.
Jenna wants to know too.
Jenna, you are just before blah, so there's 5 people in front of you.
All right. Could be. I don't know if that's your energy. Your first card is the reversed King of Wands.
Okay.
Oh, then you have a reversed Ace of Wands.
Ah.
But you have an upright 5 of Coins.
Ah. But you have? I don't know what to say, esoterics. This is just a little bit of a downturn. It could be business-wise because you have those wands there. You have the Ace of Wands, like something you were hoping to start or initiate is either not taking off the way you had planned or there are delays in implementation. And that could be what it is. And it's either because resources or things are tight right now, or maybe you need a little help. Maybe you need a little help or encouragement to get it off the ground. What do you think?
Well, what it is that you needed to know perhaps is that you may have been thinking somebody was going to help you out in some way, either a networking way or possibly a financial way. I'm not so sure about that, but it could have been a little bit of both. And that might not, that it won't work out, but that there may be a delay attached to it, or there may be some conditionality attached to it. It may be too, the delay seems likely just because of situations right now. I'm not sure what I feel exactly about that, because I'm wondering too if maybe somehow someone feels that they're also divided in what they want to do with somebody else's situation. So in other words,
Are you talking about somebody other than esoterics? What are you
well,
saying?
that may be where what I'm seeing is somebody who might be able to assist is also conflicted with another person that they might want to assist too. In other words,
Do you think
a
the King
servant
of
of two.
Wands has anything to do with that?
I sort
reverse?
of think that maybe if it's not a specific person, it's a situation that you thought was going to somehow buttress you or give you some assistance, but maybe there's going to be a delay there, or maybe they're moved into another direction.
It is possible somebody is interfering or maybe does not agree with what you're trying to do or accomplish and could be argumentative about it, could be getting in the way of your plans in some way. But I feel that help is out there. I don't know. When I look at the Five of Coins,
That's true.
there's a desperation there, or there's a lack of something you need, but there's also there's this ray of hope that there is somebody who might be able to provide that for you.
Is there somebody you have to ask or you think you should ask, but maybe you're reluctant to for some reason? Or it's a situation that you're sort of like looking at it and discerning it, and you're not exactly sure you want to go there, but you're thinking maybe that is where the possible guidance or hope or inspiration comes from. You just have to feel comfortable and decide that you want to do that, and maybe that would help, change the course there. Time for
I want to do a Lenormand, and I
Yes.
might go back to that because I want to see something.
I feel for
here.
you, Jenna. My allergies can be really bad. I've been lucky so far, but like Banshee mentioned a few minutes ago, the trees haven't really started dropping their leaves, and that's usually when it starts hitting for me. So,
But we're getting a lot of rain, and I think that's adding to my issues because whatever tree leaves are on the ground, they're getting a little bit musty, and I react to that. I have a mold allergy, for one thing. I don't know if somehow a relationship isn't playing a role in this esoterics. We got the clouds, the fog in this deck, and then we have the dark heart. And so I don't know now. I'm wondering here if there's something to do with a partnership or a relationship that is causing confusion or some depression and is playing a role here. Somebody close to you anyway. I mean, I guess it could be family even.
I'm thinking it's more the partnership in a way. But it could be, I mean, maybe it's a friend who's a partner too or something like that.
Yeah.
Or a potential partner. Because I still sort of see this as being something that hasn't quite happened yet because maybe there's other considerations going on. And like I said, I feel like maybe you're not sure if you want to do it yet, but it is an option for you. You just haven't felt comfortable enough yet doing that.
I just feel like something's off to a slow start. And this King of Wands may be somebody, not yourself. This may be not indicative of you, but somebody that, is involved in this matter in some way. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a male, just somebody with that energy, that fire energy, and kind of on the more negative side.
I was going to say abrasive.
Abrasive, cutting, a little bit critical, hypercritical. But like
Okay. We kind of revised it ourselves a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, and so I really think that this is playing into this feeling of hopelessness that is the Five of Pentacles. But remember, help is out there. I think, whether you need to talk to somebody else, whether you need to get some professional advice, whether it's business advice or emotional advice, it just seems like help is out there.
I agree, and I think it's just a matter of being more comfortable with it. The picture suggests noticing it or being aware of it, but the other cards qualify to me and say it's sort of more about feeling comfortable with moving in that direction.
Yeah.
So I guess that's what we have.
I think that's what we have for you. I wish I had better news. Sorry. I wish I could get everybody a perfect reading.
Yeah, I know.
But, I'm kind of the mind that if I did that and I glossed over something you needed to know, I'd feel really bad later.
Well, and to be true, too, sometimes we have bad days and sometimes we're just not as good as we want to be.
So take it with a grain of salt and know that that's what we have for you. That's what we feel the cards have for you.
Thank you.
Good luck with that. And Poetic Past, you are up. And then Kayla, Champagne, Gina, Jenna,
Thank you.
Blah, and Divine You.
Appreciate hearing that. Thank you.
Okay, I'm glad to hear that.
And you're welcome.
And also, everybody, check out Esoteric's Tarot on YouTube as well.
They are really great readings. They're lengthy enough, but they're not too long, but they're not too short. And they're really detailed because a number of decks are employed. So go to Esoteric's Tarot on YouTube, subscribe. They're doing great business there, and they have giveaways from time to time. Like I said, the readings are really resonant.
Cancer's in the house.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Poetic Past, are you with us? I assume you're writing your question. We'll give you a moment. And then we'll go on to the others on the list. You're welcome, as always.
We have a number of readers who come here from time to
Awesome,
time.
Gina.
Thank you for doing that. Yes. So who are we waiting for?
Poetic Past.
Oh, that's right. Okay. I'm going to type them in just to see if
Okay.
they're still around.
And if not, we'll move on to Kayla. But let's give them a moment. I need another drink break.
Do I need to hide that? Oh, no. Too late.
Hide
So
what?
I'll remind everybody that in 2 or 3 days, Banshee comes out with Material Matters at 10 on Sunday mornings. And tomorrow morning at 10 Eastern Standard Time, I'll be on. They're about
Woohoo.
half-hour shows that go through the elemental signs of the zodiac and read cards for them based on either emotional, like mine, or material matters, like hers.
I'm just a material girl. I laugh. All right, well, I don't know what happened to Poetic Past, but we're
Yeah,
going
we're going to have to move on, I guess.
move them to the bottom of the list.
And that means...
That means that Kayla is up.
All right.
After Kayla, Champagne, Gina, Jenna, Blah, Divine You, and then Poetic Past. Me and Madonna. I have a family member with that name, actually. By marriage.
Yeah, I used to go around and work saying, my sister-in-law Madonna, and then I'd
you
look
had
at them
to
and say,
say that.
not that Madonna.
You had to say that and identify.
Whoops. I did.
It's okay.
Did I say that? I didn't
did.
mean that.
Well, Blah, we've already done that. I think we have a video on it.
Yes, we do actually have mini versions of that. We have an anniversary of our first date last year where we pulled out some little toys and played around with them.
Also, on November around, the live streams around November 18th, which will be our 39th
Ninth.
wedding anniversary, we'll go over some history again.
I feel like Jack Benny. He always talked about being 39, right?
Yes, he did.
Okay, we have
Okay, Kayla.
Kayla's question, and I'm gonna do my
Toys, what he meant by that,
No, not those kind of toys.
what he meant by that
This is a
was,
clean
did we
show.
use my deck? Did we use this one?
No, we didn't. We can use it.
Okay. What we meant was he brought out some silly Barbie doll things. Was that
Yeah,
it?
I have a couple action
Two-
figures and Barbie dolls, and I was playing with them pretending I was me in the date or another person that was around during that time and all
Right.
that stuff. It's really funny because I'm not funny.
Perfectly harmless fun.
The first date, just as a recap, was I was kind of like a hippie and she was kind of like a jock. And so I decided to impress her by taking her to a symphony orchestra, and wackiness ensued.
Yeah. We could talk about how we met in the library this time, too. When we do our 18th, November 18th.
Yeah, the library love story.
Yes. So, because we met in the library, our first date, he tried to impress me, but I was starting to nod off because symphony music puts me to sleep. It's violins. Whenever I hear a violin, I start tearing up in my eyes. I can't keep them open, and I fall asleep. It's just like that. And so I was trying so hard to stay awake. He had no idea I was just sitting there trying to like keep my eyes open.
I had an action figure that was playing a Barbie-sized violin to recreate that moment.
Oh, that would be wonderful, Gina. Oh, wow, dark chocolate almond butter cups. Oh, stop.
Oh my goodness. That sounds wonderful.
Our son and family would be so thrilled.
Okay, general guidance.
Well, I wish I could give readings like this for everybody. We have the Four of Imps here. That's the Four of Wands, Kayla. We also have the World upright.
My goodness.
And then we have the Six of Bats upright, which is really interesting as the last card. So I am not going to take that as the final card in this reading. It seems to me that you are on a journey towards better conditions. The Four of Wands is building a more solid foundation for yourself. Hey, you were here in the beginning when I did that postcard from Spirit? It was all about building foundations. That's kind of what the Four of Wands is about, putting a solid foundation in place and actually taking a little time off to celebrate. Job well done. And look at that, the world in the middle, Mr. O.
Well, it seems to me like maybe I'm just kind of going a little bit around about your way there.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking that maybe the need to move beyond some present circumstances that are not as happy leads you to move towards the happiness that's portrayed in the Four of Wands. It's really about leaving some strife behind. It's about leaving some bitterness behind and looking at an eventuality of happiness and celebration and a feeling that really perfection is there. It's not like it just falls into your lap. You have to take that journey. That journey is probably what grows you and moves you towards the idea of how you can find out how you can achieve perfection.
Yeah, the Four of Wands is an interesting card to me because it's clearly, like you said, about celebration, but also
Hi, Violin.
if you look at the progression from the Three of Wands to the Four of Wands, the three is not yet complete in my mind. But the Four of Wands, it's like you have four walls, you're building something. And so that's why often it's a card of marriage or it's a card of some permanency. It's a cause for celebration. You've completed something. And so the world also says like there's some successful conclusion to something. There's some reason to celebrate here for sure. And it seems as though the celebration is about moving yourself to a better place.
So,
And that, it could be I'm sorry. It could be a physical move, but it doesn't have to be. It could be that metaphorical move. I'm in a better place than I was X amount of time ago.
sometimes when I read the cards, I see a progression one way or the other. Maybe it's not even in sequence. Maybe it starts with one card and goes back or goes forward. And sometimes I don't see the cards in a sequence, but I see them as different elements that I can talk about. And this one just sort of seems like it's a sequence that clearly could be interpreted in different ways. Maybe you travel away from something to find something better, or maybe in finding something better, you realize that you are traveling away from something else that is less. So it's just a matter of perspective in a way. You're going towards...
I think either way is a win-win.
Yeah, exactly.
Really nice reading there so far, but let's see what the Lenormand sometimes throws a little bump, speed bump. Oh, phew.
Good night, esoterics.
Oh, take care, esoterics. See you soon. So I was afraid, I was just going to say to myself, if I get the ball and chain again, but I did not. We have the little goblin here.
The little goblin.
And we have the clock tower. Well, this could be some small moves out of a period of isolation. Sometimes the tower could be institutions. They could even be healthcare institutions, but they could be businesses and things like that. But they could also be about isolation. And I feel like there's small moves like coming out of your shell, coming out of a period of aloneness. The other thing I would mention, if you have children, this could be about a child in school. You know, this could be something to do with a child and their school situation, which of course right now with the COVID environment is really crazy.
Well, I echo you on the idea that there's something maybe about a possible institution. I'm wondering if maybe this is showing that part of what this process of movement and moving towards something better is leading you towards a position somewhere in an agency, in an institution, somewhere where you can begin taking the baby steps to create perfection. I mean, maybe your guidance is because you want to be helpful to the world too, and I'm wondering if being aligned with an agency or position that can give you more resources to do that is where spirits could be guiding you too.
Yeah.
So it's that possibly too, as well as everything that Banshee said or what we said before.
That's what we have for you, Kayla. Hope that helps.
And all right, Jenna. We haven't called you yet, though.
Nope, but we're getting there, Jenna.
We're getting closer.
So I'm going to go over the list. Champagne is up right now. And then Gina, and then Jenna, and then Blah, Divine You. And if Poetic Past has come back, they can get their reading.
All in
And
a
oh my
night.
gosh, we have plenty of time.
Yeah, we do actually.
Have we been just buzzing through these readings or what?
In a way, it seems like they've been coming out like butter.
Well, maybe it's time for me to ask the skull if I won any lottery money tonight.
Look out! Behind you.
Behind you.
Maybe not. So much for the lottery. And now Sunny knocks over.
Shamelessly
almost
knocks
the
over items
microphone.
on the set. The microphone moves the camera screen. That's
Sunny
exactly
is like, what
right.
the heck? Yeah.
As many times as he's seen us do that, he still gets the same reaction.
Hey, Champagne, are you with us? I know you were here just a moment ago, a while back. 'Cause you made such a nice comment about us.
Are you typing them in? I will.
Yeah, go ahead. We're using that deck, yes. All right. I will get my Poen out again, I guess. All right, for the next time. I've got my magic wand today. Sonny likes to play with it from time to time. He just likes to watch the little sparkly stuff slowly fall from the top.
Champagne. We'll have to put you at the bottom of the list.
Oh, I'd hate to do that to you.
The show must go on. I guess Gina's next.
Yep. Okay, Gina.
All right.
I'll put Champagne on the bottom. But we are rolling right along, so we will be able to fit everybody in.
And that means you're next, Jenna, so don't go anywhere.
Hey, Jenna, you will be after Gina.
Ooh. Maybe you can send us a picture.
That sounds like fun.
My new library job, I have a coworker or two who really like anime and manga, and so they're showing me all their favorite graphic novels and manga novels. I was reading a Dracula manga novel, which is actually really good. It's like literally the whole story just exactly right. With drawings. All right, the next 10 days, eh? So we have the reversed Five of Swords. And we have a reversed Four of Wands. Oh, and then a reversed Ten of Cups.
Darn it.
Take it back, Mr. O.
Well, he used his deck. I blame him.
Bloody vampire deck.
So there's some little issues this week. My take on this is that for the next 10 days, it's kind of like you should just go with the flow and try to set your sights on simple pleasures. Things that bring, joy in life without a lot of fanfare or fuss or muss. In other words, take walks in nature, whatever brings you joy. In the simple things. Four of Wands reversed is a card that's not bad either way. I think when it's reversed, though, it's telling you that, there's no big bells or whistles right now. It's a time to just enjoy your life, what you have.
Right. I sort of see these cards as more metaphoric than actual events here, that it just pervading feelings here. Some of them are just emotionally unhappy.
Yeah.
Some of them are about the strife that is worse, but it's better when it's less strifeful, but it's still strife. It's always strife. And then the Four of Wands reversed is kind of like, but you do keep a sense of some amount of positivity, because the Four of Wands is rarely interpreted the opposite when it is reversed. It's always more interpreted as it's still happy, it's just not quite as happy. And so the idea is that all this emotionality and strife you're feeling isn't really going to weigh you down too much, because ultimately, you have a really good attitude.
I've got it, Mr. O.
Yes.
I look at the Five of Swords and the Ten of Cups and say this, that if you're seeking happiness, excuse me, through others, you may find it hard to come by. There's kind of an energy that's unsettled and unhappy right now. But if you look for that happiness within yourself and the things around you, surrounding yourself with the things that bring you joy, you're bound to have a good period.
Well, the other thing, too, is, of course, we would have to remind everybody that Mars is retrograde or Mercury's retrograde. There's all kinds of other planetary stuff going on. We're moving towards another full moon, a blue moon. And so there's all that wretched stuff out there that we cannot control exactly. We can only try to control ourselves there. And so when I add up 10, 4, and 5, I get 19. And then 1 and 9 is 1. You're the one, Gina. You're the one. You have to rely on yourself. Only you can help yourself through now. You have to stay strong. Ask us for some support. Ask your other friends for support. But that's what you got to do. 1, to me, is also like the sun in a way. And that's you. You are the sun.
Well, ones are new beginnings. I feel out of this, something good will eventually happen. But I think for the next 10 days, it's kind of like find pleasure within, and find pleasure, through the things that you do on your own.
Eat almond bark.
That's not to say, yeah, make others bark. That's not to say... That's not to say that you have to be a hermit or anything. It's just that, you might find some of your encounters with other people, in this next week to 10 days a little bit contentious and not as satisfying as you normally do.
Yeah, lately, every once in a while, I just feel like I have to add up those numbers and see what I got. Very good observation, too. All right, so let's see what the Lenormand says for Gina. Yeah. Right. I think things will settle down. I really hope so. So here we have the fox, which is a fox in even the regular deck. And then the stars, and that's also true too, right? The
Yes.
stars is the same. So
Yep.
they're not the dark stars or the dark fox.
Well, there's a dark sky behind them, Mr. O, so there.
When do you see the stars? At nighttime, when it's dark.
But they're always out there. We just can't see them.
It's true. Okay.
Okay.
Get
I
on
don't
with
know.
it.
Now we're just floundering. So basically, I think that right now there's success for you with your work. You know, if you're working right now, there's a lot of feelings of
Look for things there to inspire you more
Yes,
than in the rest of your
inspiration.
life right now.
Yeah.
Like maybe in the next 10 days, what will be most pleasing to you will be things that you accomplish in your work, whatever that is, whether it's actual physical work or whether it's other work you do. Like take your mind off of the depressing stuff by focusing on some good work.
yeah, you know, if interpersonal relationships are not working out well, then focus on your work, focus on work around the house, focus on the work that you do, because that will be what inspires you and gets you through the next 10 days.
Foxy lady.
Workaholism, Gene.
Well, that's true of every Cancer I know. That's just disgusting.
Oh,
I'm kidding.
I can't believe he said that.
I'm teasing. I'm being a Scorpio snark. You know I'm sarcastic. I am lazy, though. I have to admit, I'm just not quite the
you
workaholic
don't want
that
me
some of
to
you
get
guys are.
started on that. Okay. So, Jenna, you are
Oh,
up.
I'm sorry, Champagne. Yeah, you did, but we will call you again, but you're going to have to hang on again.
Yeah, we had to put you at the bottom of the list, Champagne, but we don't have far to go. Like 1, 2, 3, possibly 4 readings. We put Poetic Pass down, but I don't think they came back.
Yeah, so we're on
So
to
hang
our...
in there with us, and we'll get you to you definitely.
Even if we have to do overtime.
So, Jenna, you are here, and we will take your reading right now. My cards, put your bad cards back.
Ah! A general reading
It's
for
not a
next
problem,
month.
Champagne.
Yeah.
Sorry we had to pass you by.
Yeah, we'll get to you though. We will, honest. Okay, so we're on Jenna's reading, and it's good to
A
see you again,
general
Jenna. I
reading.
haven't seen you in a while, so hopefully everything's been
You
good.
stopped in, I think. Was it Sunday? You stopped in briefly, I think.
Yeah, you did stop in, but we didn't get around to you. You're welcome.
Here you go, Mr. O. Oh,
Maybe it
well,
was somebody
somebody
else.
named Jenna was in our chat either last Thursday or...
Well, you know, time has no meaning for us, and maybe it was 3 weeks ago. I don't know.
I don't know either. Okay, if you weren't there, you weren't there.
Ah.
I'll take you at your word.
Ooh.
Now you've got him wondering what's wrong with
The
you.
dog is whining. Not barking, it's whining. I like that deck.
Which one?
The vampire.
Oh, well, I'm sorry it had bad cards.
But you got Gina calling it a bad deck.
And speaking of Hermit,
Okay, Jenna. We have 3 cards. We have the Hermit standing out on the beach.
and look what came up again.
We have the 5 of Swords. This keeps coming up in people's readings tonight. It's reversed. We missed you too, Jenna. We kept wondering if you were coming back. Where is she? We're glad you're back. And then we have the Queen of Wands. So, good or bad, indeed.
Well, it's mostly good.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like Gina's reading a little bit here in that, but you've got more of a sign here that you need to be on your own this for maybe the next week to 10 days. Because the Hermit is just saying take a time out, take some time to go inward and reflect on things that you want to do and accomplish. Where do you want to put all of that fire energy that the Queen of Wands has there? Where do you want to put a lot of your energy and enthusiasm into next? Plan and think about it a little bit and take a time out, because the Five of Swords is there, and the Five of Swords is a card of contention and disagreements with others and stuff. So probably the less you interact with people, the better in the next week or so, because they just might not be, fun to deal with.
Well, I don't know how this plays out over a whole month, but I think what the Hermit is telling me is that you realize your best accomplishments in this next month, the things that you manage to get done that you're trying to get done, will be done when you can work unimpeded on your own. You may listen to other people's advice, but I think you already have a better idea from within, from your own searching for that, or how you've looked at the answer. So I think you're best working on your own this next month. And like Banshee said here, you have a lot of fire energy over this month. You're going to probably be more in charge than you think. Even though you may be trying to work alone, you're going to be influencing people. People are going to notice you and maybe consider doing things your way, or considering how you draw in. And then finally, with that Five of Swords, though, that could pull the idea that maybe there's somebody who's a little jealous of you, I'm thinking too.
Well,
so
that could be jealousy.
So watch out for that maybe somebody's jealous of you and might try to take credit for things you do, or stuff like that.
I feel like by month's end, you're ready to do something creative and initiate some kind of project or new venture of some sort.
Yeah, definitely. You got some plans in the future here you'll be working on.
Let's see what the Lenormand has.
Oh, you'd be surprised.
Oh, come on now. People can be very,
That's the one true thing about a lot of humans, is that people do want what other people have or think they do. Not everybody, but it happens. You'd be surprised. So, Jenna, there's the ghost ship for you. Woo! And the Pumpkinhead, Sir Pumpkinhead. So this could be saying that maybe you meet somebody interesting in a travel, not necessarily like a travel like you go on a cruise or anything like that, but maybe in your journeys around. I get the feeling like maybe you're going to meet somebody. I don't know if they're male or female, but maybe there's somebody that you connect with, you resonate with, a potential new friend, if nothing else.
Yeah, I sense that there might be somebody that you might even want to collaborate with in some way. On a project or a goal, or maybe you get ideas from this person that sets you off on a new adventure. Sometimes to me, the ship is about travel, but I also look at it as a metaphorical kind of journey as well, so that the travel could be within, or the travel could be just moving you in a different direction.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting, because with the Hermit on the beach, I would say that could you possibly have an opportunity to visit a lakeside or an oceanside area? That would be what maybe my intuition tells me. But now that you've mentioned the clay figure, I'm thinking you have to do Pumpkinhead in clay for us someday, not right away, but I would like to see a Pumpkinhead clay figure maybe. But yeah, so you might just make an interesting connection, like we said, somebody that could become a good friend or partner in your work.
Or just somebody that you network with that gives you a lot of ideas and inspiration for you to move forward, kind of move like travel into a particular direction, a goal or project.
Because it's the ship and because of the shoreline, I'm thinking that if you do travel, if it is actual physical travel, it'll probably have something to do with water, a body of water, even if it's a lake. So I can't really say for sure, but it just sort of glimmers that way to me.
It could just even be a day trip somewhere, just where you spend the day out, in nature, by water.
Better do it soon, because it's getting cold.
Yeah.
You don't want to go ice skating.
Well, depending where you live now, of course. So... But
All right, Jenna, good to see you again.
Good. Well, you might be doing a little bit more of that in the month ahead, I think, according to the Hermit card. So hang in there. It's a contemplative time right now. This is a time.
Did you ever put Violet Ann on the list?
I don't think I did.
Okay, let me back up. If Violet Ann's still here,
You're here, Violet Ann, right? But Violet Ann came in after Divine You, so
that's true. Okay, so
we'll get to Violet Ann.
alrighty. I just realized.
You're right.
Yes. Just want to make sure we didn't lose you on
Is
our
this like the
list.
second time I've done that to you? I am sorry.
Mercury retrograde.
Seriously. Good grief.
Okay, so who's
Okay.
up? Thank you, Jenna.
Well, who is up is Blah. Blah is definitely up.
I was just verifying she put you on the list because I suddenly had a feeling like she hadn't, and I was right. Just an accident, sorry.
He has my back. So, Blah, you are up.
Blah. Are you here, Blah?
I'm certain Blah's got to be around.
And since we mentioned Violet Ann, people should also visit Violet
That's
Ann
right.
Tarot's website too and YouTube channel because those are also some amazingly good readings, readings for the signs, special readings, question readings. So check it out.
Okay. One of your decks, Mr. O?
Okay.
I'll pull out my Everyday Witch for the next one.
And I'm going to use the regular Witch's Tarot.
Buying a house in HH, is that a good thing? Okay. Yeah,
good.
well, I hope to travel again someday. Hopefully, if this COVID thing goes away or gets under control. Just car trips because Mr. O is not a good traveler.
Well, maybe it'll be different.
You'll magically be better now that you're retired?
I tend to have a motion sickness problem, and few things have really helped much. So generally, I don't like to travel because I end up throwing up.
Well, by plane or by train or by bus. Or if somebody else is driving. But you handle my driving, and that's pretty amazing.
If I'm in the front seat with somebody else driving, I'm generally okay. But it's when I'm in the back seat, it's toss my cookies time. You remember the classic one?
Oh, man.
Coming back from a wedding in another state.
Yes, I do.
I think some mimosas had
Mimosas were
something to do
involved.
with it.
Are we counting a yes, no on this one?
I don't remember. Do we? Ah, yes, we are. Hello, baby. Page. Ace.
I saw it.
Ace. All right.
Well, it's leaning towards yes.
It is.
Might have to do some more. Maybe we'll have to throw something else on this. But we
They
do,
were reversed, right?
yeah. We do have the Princess of Wands reversed.
Was one of the aces upright? No.
I don't think so.
Okay. So the indicators for yes are 65%, 70%, so it's more likely yes. It's only a small chance of no.
But the Princess of Wands indicates that there might be some bad news here, and I'm not sure what that is.
Delays, or the message is slow in coming, like maybe it's going to take a while for you to get the answer you're looking for.
Or to get the house. I don't know if you have a particular house in mind right now, or if it's just some place you're planning on buying a house at. So in other words, I think the complication here is in, securing the house that you want, maybe. That's what it looks like to me. So if you don't have a house picked out, it might be that that's what the delay is. What do you think?
Right. I mean, the general idea is that it's a good thing, but the idea about whether it may happen sooner, it just seems like it's not going to happen necessarily on your timetable. I'm thinking it's a paperwork delay of some sort, like maybe somebody has to go back to the original
I'm
mortgage
thinking
and straighten out things.
Well, I think it has to do with communication. Well, wait,
Okay.
maybe not. No, it's a wand. It's a wand. It could be paperwork,
Communication and
contracts.
paperwork.
It
It's
could
both.
be people bidding, for the same property too. It could be something like that. Like there's some competition for the house.
Well, we're not asking about a specific property, but I could see that as a potential thing there going on that would drag it out. That
well,
maybe
it
you
may
would
mean you have to look for a different
choose
one.
more than one home to look at. So we're going to do our Lenormand now to see if that gives us any other idea.
Well, this combination came up again, and these two, I thought came up to, no, maybe it came with the house. Okay. So you have the ghost ship, and you have the stork. So it seems to me you are making a move. That will definitely take place. I just feel that there might be some delays or some difficulties in obtaining the property. But I think it's leaning towards yes, and backed up by those cards right here, the Lenormand cards, they indicate that it's probably likely going to happen, but with a delay.
It's going to happen, but it may take a little bit of motion or travel to get there, more of the figurative kind of travel, like you're not moving to another state necessarily to
Unless
acquire
you
this
are.
home.
Because if this is indicating a distance away from you, then
Yeah.
that could be why we've got the ship here.
Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I
didn't
can
think
kind
about
of see that, but I was thinking that it was more likely that it's a figurative trip that it just takes a while to accomplish, maybe a little bit longer than your time scale. But I think it's happening for sure. It's just delayed somehow.
So that's what we have for you. I think it's not a bad place to go by what the cards are saying. It's just a matter of, of some inconvenience getting there.
Alrighty.
Hey, that's what we have for you, Bly. I hope that works out. You'll have to let us know.
Yes, please.
Hey, Divine you are up. And then we have Violet Ann and Champagne.
All right. We're on schedule.
We are fine. I'm just going to ask, Poetic Past, did you come back? Did you?
Sorry.
Nice going. Did you want a reading?
It was no big deal.
It was the Sunny Cam. Oh, the screen is black.
Is it?
It was.
Divine you.
Divine you, where are you? We'll give Divine you a moment. Sunny Cam. Oh.
Well, I'm not so sure Divine's here. They may come back.
Divine, if you're here, just say yes now so we know you're here. All right, so Violet Ann, why don't you go ahead and write your question? If Divine you pops in, we'll take them in order.
God, it's got to be pretty late for you over there in the UK. Let's see. You're 7 hours or 8 hours difference. So
Are you taking down our...
Sun
Yeah.
Man.
All right, let's move on to Violet Ann. And then will be champagne, and I think that'll be it, unless Divine You pops back. Ah.
Oh, wouldn't that be wonderful? Are you getting that close? That would be awesome.
So let's see. You already have the subscribers, right? Now you're trying to get the
I think
watch
it can be a
hours.
combination.
Okay. Some of that confuses me still.
Ah, I thought it was later than 2 a.m.
Oh,
You're a trooper. I can't do that stuff anymore.
I can even if I don't want to.
But I'm up before 5:30 most mornings, and she's not.
Well, it depends. If I'm having a bad night, I could be up a good portion of the
I
night.
actually awake around 5. I stay in bed to 5:30, quarter to 6, or later, because lately I've been tired and I don't have to get up early and work. But I wake that early. More watch hours. Okay.
All right, shuffle, Mr. O. We're doing a yes/no on that?
Yes.
Well,
Do you think TubeBuddy is what helped with your subscribers? Lana,
yes.
Dan? I still haven't worked that out yet.
There's just so much to do. Ah, no! We get that. It's you hovering over me.
Is that what it
Yeah.
is? Well, it does not look very positive on that.
Well, remember, the end of the month is very soon, a couple weeks away. So let's look at this. We've got the Seven of Swords, and that's reversed. We have the King of Pentacles, and that's reversed. Then we have the Four of Cups reversed. So I'm thinking that some kind of action needs to be taken with the Four of Cups reversed. There may be something new that you might be able to do that may inspire growth, the growth that you're seeking. But I think by the end of the month, it's questionable whether it's going to happen.
Right, because you're looking at just accumulating those hours. So if they're not adding up right now, it's not likely that they will by the end of the month. That's what the cards are showing.
Yeah, I think the King of Pentacles reversed just indicates that, conditions haven't been met yet. I feel that,
It's talking about the financials. Like they're sort of standing over and saying, like, not yet. Not yet.
the Seven of Swords, it seems as though it's calling upon you to maybe go back. Maybe there's something that you've done in the past that, I don't know why I'm thinking this. You're probably going to go in a different direction. But I'm thinking there might be something you've done with or for others before that might help you now.
Well, it could be something like that. I sort of feel like it is sort of stepping back a little bit, looking at something from the past, or trying to change the outcome of something in the past, repair something, fix something. So I'm not sure how to put that exactly in proportion to this, but maybe there is a way where you could sort of indicate something that would help have those hours. Maybe you can renegotiate this contract. Probably not if it's YouTube. But it sort of feels like you have to go backward to fix something in order to move ahead. Or maybe going backwards gives you the opportunity to make the choice that is better. So maybe if you're able to go back and then that choice thing, that picking
I like that.
that energy thing suddenly comes back into view then somehow.
Yeah, it's rare we get a definite no, Violet Ann, so I hope I'm wrong. We could be off today on this. And that's not to say it's not going to happen, but it looks like it may not happen by the end of the month. So
She
let's
won't
see.
let me have coffee at, oh, you mean 4:30 in the morning.
Egads.
I thought you meant 4:30 in the
No,
afternoon.
Gina's a early riser. You are up and
'Cause-
tweeting before me.
Coffee at 4:30 in the afternoon actually sounds kind of neat.
I can't do. Oh, champagne. We're almost there.
We're
Hang
almost
in there. We're just doing a quick Lenormand for
Okay.
Violet Ann.
Yeah, you're absolutely the next. The pumpkin.
The pumpkin is the clover
Clover,
in this
luck.
deck, Violet Ann, and then you've got the creepy trail, which is decisions in that. And you know what? Or I like to look at it like it is this time. It looks like a path. And so this is what I'm going to tell you. It seems like it's a timing and a synchronicity thing for sure. It seems to me that it is destined to happen. You are on the path to making this happen, but it just may be delayed.
So this could be one of those things where maybe we're wrong. We said no, it's not going to happen. But somehow luck may move you in that direction.
I'm not ruling that out. I'm not ruling. I am not ruling that out. But what I'm thinking it means is that the timing is not quite right for these 2 weeks, but that it is coming. Fate is on your side, fortune is on your side, and you are on the right road.
I was going to say something like that, just not right away. Like
You said by the end of the month, and so I was like, well, I don't know.
I
But
would-
hey,
n-
if that's the way he's going, there is a glimmer of hope here.
No, I was really saying that it was about being lucky and finding your path, but I didn't know that that changed what the general question was.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. Would you like to add something else, or have I totally blown you up?
No, that's what I was going to add.
Okay. So I take it with a grain of salt. Personally, I think you're going to be really, just by looking at this and seeing the pumpkin come up, because the clover makes everything better in the Lenormand. It really is a very positive card. So I'm thinking to myself that it's not going to be that much longer. If it's not the end of the month, it's probably going to be the first 1 or 2 weeks into the next month.
Good luck.
Wishing you the best with that, Violet Ann. We'll try to get on there and watch some more of your stuff too. Support you in that.
So, Champagne, we have the question.
All right, Champagne.
You're welcome.
You
all of you are
are
welcome.
up. You're welcome, Violet Ann. With me, then just us seeing each other. Okay. Let's do 3 cards on that and see what we get. And then,
Right.
depending on that, we can do a yes/no.
Okay.
Champagne has waited a while, so we'll do that.
And Champagne will be our last one unless Divine You
Yes.
shows up in the next few minutes.
Unless Divine You or Poetic Past is here, we will be done.
So it's been a really great evening.
Oh, gosh. Had a great time tonight. Sunday, too.
2 hours
These
flies
last
for
2
us.
shows have been really, really good. I just enjoyed them a lot. I don't know why I'm using that one again, but I am. Are you making fun of me?
Why
Do I
I
have to get the skull to talk to you?
would
Oh, look at him. Sonny's like, Sonny, do you want the skull reading? He's sniffing at the button. I'm not going to push it there. He'll probably freak out and knock the whole set down. That would be bad.
you have a King of Swords, which is upright. You have the Five of Cups, and it's reversed. And then you have the Nine of Swords, and that's upright.
Well, this is tough, you know. It's like there's this King of Swords who has the power and authority to make some kind of decisions and do something. And really, it's almost as if you probably feel the same way, that it's past time for them to get moving and to make a commitment. The Four of Cups is indicating there should be some movement happening, but there's something holding them back. It's possible, you know, that
they're conflicted by some other feelings that may not necessarily pertain to you. They may be thinking about somebody else that they care about. It could be a family member. They might be thinking about somebody who's having a hard time now, and they're distracted because I think the point is that they don't really have to do that. They really need to think about themselves and the decisions they have to make. And something tells me that they could end up pulling through and being the person to make those decisions. The sword, the mental activity.
Yeah.
And of course, Aquarians are often considered to be procrastinators. And in this sense, you could say that maybe if there are some issues of care or healing or thoughts about other people's problems, they could maybe be using them as a way of saying, I'm not ready to make a commitment yet. I have other concerns. So that may be something that they're going on there, because it sort of looks like that time old saying about do something or get off the pot, as they say. And so that's sort of borne out by that Four of Cups there, that they should do something.
They should do something, but I feel that Nine of Swords does worry me a little bit there. But I wonder if it's because of some past pain or sorrow or hurt that they have, that they're unwilling to commit at this time. The other thing could be that maybe they are fearing being hurt in some way. Maybe that's why they're keeping things casual for now, and don't want to go that step further. Let me throw some Lenormand and see what we get, and depending on what we get, we might do something else for you.
So in a way, it kind of feels like a stalemate, like it's just possibly going to stay the way it is now, which you've indicated is, not really what you're hoping for.
Hey, 36 Lavender. Welcome, but we're a little running towards the end of our show tonight, unfortunately.
Yeah, we're in the last few minutes, so we probably can't take your reading requests now. I know you've been here before, but
yeah,
it's been a long night for us, and we're closing. So do try to come again if you can. I appreciate you coming. I'm going to throw up the schedule so you can see we'll be back on Sunday at 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's our time here.
Hey, and we're doing a crazy show on Saturday, a pop-up live
yes,
stream.
let's show you this one too, because maybe you want to get involved in this one. Hold on a moment.
Yeah, just a second. He's putting up a screen. There we go.
We're doing our unusual pop-up live stream this Sunday, so we're doing one on Saturday and Sunday. The Saturday one is a past life readings, first come, first serve, so people need to stay tuned because we're going to move quick on this because we're only here 90 minutes and we are having a way of tossing some cards and using another deck of cards to kind of give you some information on your past lives.
Okay, let's get back to Champagne. I do have something for you. Well, it's past life. It's going to be in the daytime, but I don't know what time it'll be for you. But anyway, fog. We've got the clouds. This is really interesting to me because look what it's followed by. The Dark Heart, which is the heart in the Lenormand. And so I really have to say there's lots of confused feelings right now. Maybe it's possible he has mixed feelings himself about you. I'm just going to throw that out there. And committing, because of course the heart is about love and commitment and strengthening those bonds. There is confusion, there is depression, and this might also harken back to that Nine of Swords, where there is something weighing heavily on his mind. Whether it's about you or whether it's about a past relationship, I'm really unclear.
I don't know your situation, but I'm actually wondering if maybe he's worried a little bit about the corona situation and how this affects relationships going forward. Has he had any encounter himself personally, or anybody he knows that maybe was a considerable encounter and that some of that has left some pain or some rough feelings with him? Some people may be really wanting to not have to consider going out there in the world again and really, trying to be a normal person, because it's
also,
scary.
some people are troubled and they don't want to commit to anything at this time just because the world is so crazy. Oh my gosh.
That is totally that. We didn't want to say it because we didn't really sense it. We did not, but we knew that there was something going on.
There was something weighing on his mind.
I had said that maybe it was other people he cares about, but a lot of times it really is something closer. And so, yes, he's had a divorce, and maybe he's not really sure what he wants to do now. He has different options, and this is kind of saying he should make a choice, but will he? Will he?
Well, Champagne, I would just say you're going to have to give him some time. I think just by the looks of these cards here, I think he needs the time, to recoup from this.
It's the time.
And, if you really think it's worth your while, maintaining this, be with him through this time. Show him that you care, show that you're there, and help him to get through this. And maybe things will turn around. Remember, the tarot is only a snapshot in time. Depending on the things that you do now to support, what you've heard and, what you're feeling from what you've heard, it could change things.
Take a breath. This seems like him in a way.
Yeah.
The thing is that he is a fair person. He wants to make the right decision. Those qualities are with him, whether or not he's dealing with heartache of his own and the need to maybe make a move but not sure what move to make, and the confusion. So he has good qualities of judgment. He probably just needs more time.
And what's really funny about this, Champagne? I mean, now that you told us that, you look at the King of Swords here in a way, that could be about legal decisions, whatever, this distressing situation of going through a divorce, which regardless of if he wants to get out of the situation or not, it's always hard. And then, of course, it's this idea of moving on. And so like I said, I feel this is a very confusing time right now. Has to get through that first, clearly. So hang in there. Don't give up yet. That would be my advice. Don't give up yet. And that's what we have for you. I think that's what we've got for you. We're going to leave it at that.
Good night, Gina. We had a couple problems in the chat room, and it looked like the chat room was trying to reconnect, and so it looks like some messages were delayed, and we're seeing them now.
Oh, hey, Jenna. Sorry, we're ending our show right now. You just missed it.
Yeah, we
just
just
did our
ended.
last reading for the night. Got to get here kind of early. Sorry. And,
so we will be on again if you can come back on Sunday. I'm going to throw up the schedule real quick. We're Sunday 2 to 4 p.m. and we're live for free questions. On Saturday, the day before, and that's 2 days from now, we're doing past life readings on our channel from 11 a.m. to 12:30. So if you want to get in line for that, we can do a past life reading. We appreciate you being here.
subscribe, and click the notification button, and you'll be notified when we go live and when we do our video presentations. So take care, everybody. This has been an absolutely wonderful night. You're welcome, Champagne. I hope that helps you, and hope to see you again here.
Hope to see everybody Saturday and Sunday.
And we'll see you all soon. Be safe out there, okay? Bye-bye for now.